Suppose you hear two people discussing a crime that is to be committed. In star bunk number, you will see what Mrs. Albert Stevenson, an invalid, does when she happens to hear such a conversation. Due to her condition, she cannot run out to the nearest police station. She must depend on her telephone. One evening, when Mrs. Stevenson was all alone in her house, she contacts the operator to connect her to her husband's office number. Instead of hearing her husband's voice, she hears a conversation of two men discussing about their plan of killing an old woman that night. What could happen to Mrs. Stevenson?
You calling? Well, it was supposed to be Murray Hill 40098. Depends, madam.
Depends on what?
Depends on whether the call is still going on. The live call we can trace it. They disconnect it if we can.
Disconnected?
The parties have stopped talking to each other, madam.
But of course, they must have stopped talking to each other by now. That was at least 5 minutes ago. And they didn't sound like the type who would make a long song.
Well, I can try tracing it. What's your name, madam?
Mrs. Stevenson. Mrs. Albert Stevenson. What is it?
Telephone number.
That's not pretty too long, but if you go and really go, it's nice.
What's the small trick?
My reason? For heaven's sake! Isn't it obvious? I overhear 2 men. They're killers. They're going to murder somebody. It's a matter for the police.
So the police?
No! How could I?
Making this sentence a private talk purely as a private individual?
Yes, but please
Well, Stevenson, I seriously doubt that we could make this secretary at this time. Since say so as a private individual. We'd have to have something more official.
Oh, for heaven's sake! You mean to tell me I can report a murder without getting tied up in all this red tape? Perfectly idiotic! All right then, I will call the police. Ridiculous! Your call, please. The police department, please. Ringing the police department. Phone.
Police Department, Precinct 43, Duffy speaking.
Police department? Oh, this is Mrs. Stevenson. Mrs. Albert Smythe Stevenson of 53 North Sutter Place. I'm calling up to report a murder.
Murder?
Oh, I mean the murder hasn't been committed yet. I just overheard plans for over the telephone. Over a wrong number the operator gave me. I've been trying to trace down the call myself, but everybody's so stupid. And I guess in the end, you're the only people who could do anything.
Yes, ma'am.
It was a perfectly definite murder. I heard her plans distinctly. 2 men are talking, and they're going to murder somebody. Some poor innocent woman. Tonight, at 11:15, she lived in a house near a bridge.
Yes, ma'am.
And there was a private patrolman on the street. He was going to go around for a beer Second Avenue. And there was some third man, a client. He was paid to have his poor woman murdered. They're going to take her ring, bracelets, and use a knife. Well, listen, hurt me dreadfully, and I'm not well.
I see. When was all this, ma'am?
About 8 minutes ago. Oh, then you can do something. You do understand.
And what is your name, ma'am?
Mrs. T.